right, hey, welcome to HIT. This is Chris Cicchinelli, and we are talking high-intensity tactics for growth. Super excited about today, but before we get started, I want to read some of the ratings and reviews because it's always great to hear back from all of the different listeners, people tuning in for the first time or, multiple coming back to this awesome podcast. I'm so glad we started this. We're getting close to our 50th podcast that we've been able to do, which has been fantastic. And again, just sharing, 19 years of experience going out there, growing a company, working with so many strong business owners around the world. And I want to read this. This is from Karina at 0521. It says, excellent for anyone who wants to go out there and start a business. Chris has a way of getting me motivated and feeling like I'm capable of doing anything. I love it. Hashtag progress, not perfection. And that is what we talk about here. It's always about progress, moving forward, keeping your momentum. That's one of the big pieces. Also, I love this. This is from MN Menial, which is I've been inspired by Chris for 11 years while attending trainings, events, all kinds of different things. And now being able to hear him on a regular podcast is awesome. Love the podcast. Love listening to what he has to say. One of the best around. Thanks so much for getting on, rating, and reviewing. It's always great to be able to go through and to catch up with all of the different people on this. So anyway, let's get going. Today, big thing, right? When you think about business, you people always think you have to have this MBA. They think you have to go to Harvard, you have to go to Yale, you have to go to Wharton, all of those, maybe different business schools. That's Kellogg, or if it's the Farmer, School of Business in Miami. Everybody thinks that you have to have all of this business knowledge to be successful. I had none of that. I went to Mount Union University, baby, home of the Purple Raiders. Everybody asks, well, where's that? That's in Alliance, Ohio. If you didn't know, it's in Alliance, Ohio. And I don't have any of those big MBAs. I don't have any of the big degrees. Heck, I was going to school to be a football coach. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to go out there and, work with people and help, get the best out of them, inspire them to go out there and make a play, to be part of a team, to be part of something that's great. But here's the craziest thing. I didn't go that direction. I went to the direction into the business world, and I'm doing the same things. But when you look at the success, right? You look at the success. Yeah, you need to be a student of your game. You need to make sure that you're going out there and you're learning each and every day your craft. You got to stay knowledgeable about the people that you're surrounding yourself with. You got to constantly keep growing. My mom always says you got to stay a student, right? Which is hugely important, and I totally agree. But there are 10 things in the business world. There's 10 things in life that you can be thinking about doing each and every day that have zero talent needed. Like, you don't need any talent to do these types of things. And then this is some of the things that have led to my success in business. And this is the things that have led to a lot of leaders' business that's inside of Pure Romance and all of the other successful people I know that have been out there to grow their business. These things, these 10 topics require zero talent. Now, some people might, argue that some of the talent might be, hey, I have to get out of my bed. I gotta have a talent of not hitting my snooze button. I have to have a talent of actually trying to smile a little bit. But the real truth is this. If you want something bad enough, you'll follow these 10 easy things that require zero talent. Number one, I cannot stand when somebody doesn't value somebody else's time. Number one, you got to be on time. You know how many people are late to shit? I mean, people are late to a coffee meeting. People are late to meet their friends. People are late for meetings. I mean, I have people that are going to meet with me that are running late. Oh, I was stuck in traffic. Well, you know what? You should have prepared to leave earlier from your house. Not my fault that you're 10 minutes late. Not my fault you're 5 minutes late. Being on time shows people that you actually care about and you value, that they have a busy schedule. We all live in busy times today, man. We're all fighting for extra seconds, extra minutes, extra hours. That's what we're all fighting for. Being on time is huge. It shows people that you actually respect what they have going on in their life. Number two, work ethic. Work ethic is an interesting thing that requires zero talent. I do a Rise and Grind every 9 o'clock every Monday morning. And I look at the people that get up. It's typically the same people all of the time. They get up, they have this work ethic that they start their day with something that they're going to look at. If it's a podcast, if it's going to be something on TED Talk, if it's going to be something that, is going to get them motivated, get them excited about the day. Having a work ethic, I look at my 8-year-old child and Max, him and I were talking about this the other day. Having a work ethic, going to practice even when you don't want to go to practice. Well, Dad, it's not a real game. Well, I know it's not a real game, buddy. But at the end of the day, this is the work ethic that you need to put in. This is you have to, if you want to get better at something, you got to constantly keep practicing. You kind of constantly keep getting better at it each and every day. Work ethic is something that I'm telling you that if you have children out there today, how do we as parents instill that? Because that is something that's lacking. I know some of you guys that are sitting here going, no, I have the work ethic because you're putting the time in. If you're listening to this podcast, I guarantee it that you have work ethic. I guarantee it that you've decided that you want something more out of life. When you're thinking about this, body language, number 3, effort. Putting the effort into your business, putting effort into your family, putting effort into your friends. My feeling about balance. Balance is something that just does not exist. So if you're going to do something, you got to make sure that you put the effort into it. If you're going to be in a relationship, put the effort into it. All right? If you're going to do the date nights, do the different things that you need to do. If you're going to own a business, put the effort into having a successful business. That means you're going to have some sacrifices. That means you're not going to be able to go to everything that your friends are going to be doing. You're going to have a little bit of the FOMO. You're going to have that fear of missing out. But putting effort into this is going to get you those results. Now, sometimes it comes quicker than you expect, and sometimes it takes you longer than you anticipated. And that is one of the big pieces is making sure you're putting effort into your business, into your personal life, into your family each and every day. Body language. Body language is the big piece that doesn't take you any talent to smile. It doesn't take you any talent to get, be able to stand up straight when you walk in a room and have a little bit of confidence. Body language is something you got to be mentally thinking about when you're doing your job, when you're going in, you're going to meet people. If you're constantly sad and you're constantly upset and you're constantly, slouched over all the time, you don't have those shoulders rolled back, don't have that confident Wonder Woman pose on. Or like what I say is get up every morning to take on the day. What's your body language telling you? It does require zero talent. It just requires being mindful about it. Being mindful about what the body language is telling somebody. Because there's days I want to walk in. There's days I could have slept, a little 15 minutes more in my bed last night. But I had to get up. Right? I had to make sure that I was ready to rock and roll. And that's coming into number 5, which is energy. When you think about your energy, as a business owner, it is the one key piece that requires zero talent. Now, it does require effort, does require the effort to get out of bed. But when you really look at it and you think about, hey, my energy level has got to be ready to go each and every day. That's why I'm always big on making sure that you're either walking, you're running, you're working out, you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your number one asset, which is yourself. Those energy levels are things that you're not going to get from a 5-hour energy drink. Some of you guys go, well, you drink coffee. Yeah, I drink coffee. But I already got up and worked out this morning. Did you? That's the question. You got to keep that energy level moving, man. That energy that you have in your business, that people, when they get around you, they can see it. It's like almost like a shield around you. Like, look, man, I got to mess with that person. Look at all that energy coming off of them. Energy. Number 6, what's led to most of the successful people that I know, if not all of the successful people I know, which is number 6, which is attitude. Attitude is a crucial piece of our business, but it requires zero talent. And some people go, no, Chris, you have to be talented. You have to really, put the time in to have a good attitude. You got to be, that's something that you're going to learn through reading books and all this other stuff. No, you have to have the attitude to want to read books. You have to have the attitude to want to watch the podcast. You have to have the attitude to want to sacrifice, the attitude to want to win, the attitude to want to get excited, the attitude to want to get up out of bed, the attitude. It's hugely important because most people will make 50 different excuses why they don't do shit. You have to have the attitude to fight back the excuses that come through your mind. Because you have these little like people sitting on your shoulders. One's are saying, no, eat the chocolate cake, sleep in, don't do anything for yourself. And then the other one on the other side is, no, you get your ass up, get moving, be productive, make sure you're playing for your legacy, do the right thing. Attitude. The attitude to want to go out there and compete each and every day. Compete. It's huge. Compete each and every day. But that takes an attitude. That takes an attitude to want to go out there and make things better, which leads to 7. 7's a passion, right? I tell people all the time, you have to have a passion in your life. It's passion and purpose. Those require zero talent to have a passion. You just got to be passionate about what it is. Like mine is to go out there and make sure that I'm working with entrepreneurs each and every day. I love doing this. I love to be able to share, with entrepreneurs, with business owners, with people that are listening, because it's the passion that gets me excited about doing this. Like I get motivated by giving, by coaching, by doing it. It requires zero talent for me to do this. I just tell about what's on my mind. People are like, well, how much effort and, do you have to research stuff? Yeah, I research, but it takes zero effort to do this for 15 to 20 minutes. It's really passion that drives this. It's passion. Being coachable. It's like Macy and LC right now. They're in volleyball, right? And I don't know anything about volleyball, but I'm learning. I got on YouTube the other day, started YouTube and stuff because Jessica had to go out of town. And next thing you know, here I am. I'm the volleyball coach for a day. It was scary. If your kid was there with me, because it was the first time I got to be a volleyball coach. But it didn't matter if it was volleyball, it didn't matter if it was soccer, it didn't matter if football, it didn't matter with whatever. What I found is this: if somebody's coachable and they're willing to listen and they're willing to learn and they're willing to take advice, it doesn't matter if you're an 8-year-old or you're an 80-year-old. You could still be coachable. You still can learn something. Heck, I was being coachable when I was watching all this stuff on YouTube. Like, it's a different way of thinking about it. And I was learning, I was being coachable to coach. Then I took that and did a different game plan than my wife did, Now, the kids did hope that Mrs. Cicchinelli came back. They were like, you're not going to be here tomorrow, are you? I'm like, no, Mrs. Cicchinelli will be back. And they were like, shoo. You should have saw the relief on their face. Maybe I watched the extreme coaching version. I don't know, but it was definitely being coachable. Do more. Number 9, making sure that you're doing more, right? Each and every day, figuring out how you can do more. Some of you guys are going, oh my God, Chris, I'm so busy. How do you want me to do more when I'm already feeling like I can't do enough? Like I'm over committed on everything that I'm doing, and you want me to do more. It's just reprioritizing. It's just figuring out how to get the most important things done. Sometimes I think we do stuff just to check things off a list, but are you doing the things that match up with your priorities? Are you doing the things that should be done? Things that are making differences, things that are making changes. Things that are going to leave impressions, things that are going to change people's lives. Doing more. Huge. And the final thing, number 10, takes zero talent to do this. And that's be prepared. Being prepared. You don't start your day by thinking of all the things that you need to do. No, you should have thought about that yesterday. You should already have had that game plan done. You got all your 10 things, all the things that you need to get done. Those should have been things that you should have been writing down on your notebook or on your tablet or in your computer that you have, that you say, hey, listen, when I woke up on Monday, I'm going to go, and I've already got my Monday laid out. I'm going to go after it and I'm going to attack it. Huge. Because I want to be prepared. I want to be prepared. The worst thing that somebody could say to somebody else is the thing they're not prepared to answer. Like in sales, people are always like, well, I always ask that question. What's the worst thing somebody say to you? Oh, the worst thing somebody can say to me is, no, I'm not ready to do business with you. Or, gosh, you know what? My house is too small. Or I don't have any money right now. Or my friends are broke. I couldn't do this. No, That's not the worst thing they could say to you. It's only the worst thing they could say to you if you're not prepared to answer it. If you're not prepared to answer, about somebody not having money, or somebody, a house not too big, or if they don't have friends that are ready to buy stuff. See, what happens is you're preparing yourself each and every day because you get to hear these different rebuttals. You get to hear these different objections that happen. And the more you hear objections, the more you're prepared to answer them the next time. Because you've asked so many times about getting the business that they've said, you know what? I know exactly how to respond to somebody. I know how to be prepared. I know how to attack the day. I know how to study my opponent. I'm prepared when I'm in the shopping room and somebody says, hey, I want to book a party with you. And you weren't expecting it. Heck, if you're out there and you're a football coach, right? And you're sitting there thinking about this, you're preparing for the next week's game on Sunday, not on Friday. You start a week out, you start prepping, you start thinking about things. Studying your opponent, being prepared. What is it that you really want? 10 things that require zero talent: being on time, work ethic, effort, body language, energy, attitude, passion, being coachable, doing more, and being prepared. Think about that. Zero talent. You just got to do them. And these are the things that are going to make us successful. These are the things that are going to go out there each and every day that be able to change our life. You want high intensity tactics? Bring this stuff high intensity. You start doing this stuff, you do it well. Go out there and kick some ass today. This is HIT. High intensity tactics for growth. Have a great day. Remember, live life by design, not by default. Thanks. Go out there, rate and review. Have a great day.